All right, cool. So, all right, guys. I don't know if this is officially going live. I think it is. Man, am I excited to be here, ladies and gentlemen. This is really cool. I'm gonna give a first. Well, first, I'm gonna give a shout out to everyone who was here early. So we have Vamsi Vardan. He was first, literally was officially first, as we can see here. Let me look at the rest of the live chat. We have Tahir Hussein. Hopefully I said that good. Thank you so much for being second. Then we have Geo Omega 22. He was third. And then finally, Mike, 62 new bands. Nice to see you on streams once again, Mike. I don't know what happened. I'm so glad that I was able to fix that for us, dude, because I kind of missed you on the chat. You know what I mean? Like, you're the bro. You're the homie. So what's up, Mike? I can see you. I see we have Mick as well. What's going on, everyone? We're going to give a few seconds for everyone to start dropping in. We also have Diamond Painting with Finn. So, guys, we have a lot on the agenda. I do have my handy dandy water. I will likely be speaking at 90 miles per hour. So just be ready for that. We literally, I mean, God, there's so much to talk about. This actually was one of the most exciting Apple events that I've seen in quite a while. Some of the past ones have been really, lackluster to say the least. But welcome, everyone. It seems like we're getting some people here on chat. Hopefully, I can keep up with the chat today. In about 1 minute or so, we're going to go ahead and get started with the live chat and actually get started with our agenda. Thank you for everyone who is joining the live stream. I know I made a poll to ask you guys what time would be better to live stream this event. You guys voted immediately after the event. I know that this wasn't immediately, but there's a good reason for that. I went ahead and already ordered all of the Ultra bands. I ordered the Apple Watch Ultra 2, one of the iPhones, the Series 9, all the most of the other bands, and more is soon to come. So I'm going to cover literally everything. I'm going to make a poll on my YouTube and on my socials, but let me know in chat, what do you guys want to see reviewed first? I know here on my channel I have a lot of fellow bandaholics, so some of you guys might want to see band reviews first. Many of you guys might want to see Apple Watch Ultra 2 content, even though I was kind of let down that new Space Black Titanium never made it to fruition. I don't know why that was, but it never made it. So we shall see. But we do have a new pink aluminum color on the Series 9. Make of that what you will. I know a lot of guys tend not to look at the pink options for whatever reason. I don't care. I've rocked this hot pink before. You know, it doesn't matter to me. But guys, welcome. Also, let me give a huge, massive shout out to our moderator, Vicente. I don't know if he's on chat yet, but the quality of our video has dramatically increased. Let me lower my volume over here. I don't know if I'm talking too loud. I tend to speak loud when I'm excited, so I lowered it a little bit. But yes, Vicente has hooked it up. So now those rainbow bars, guys, for any of y'all that were here on stream before, those rainbow bars are now long gone. We won't have to worry about them. And of course, I've been telling you guys, I've just been pushing it off, but we have the newly redesigned band wall right behind me. I really like how this looks on the live streams because it's kind of an optical illusion. Truthfully, I'm just going to tell you guys a little secret for everyone that's here. The band wall ends right here, right past this white one for now. But the way that I got the camera set up, it looks like it's just an endless wall of bands, and that was the whole point. So like Mike said earlier, we have 62 new bands. I believe that does include the new Hermes bands. And so let's go ahead and get started with the agenda. Let's go ahead and get started with what was covered in the event. We'll take breaks. I'll look at the chat. I know that you guys are very hyped up in the chat. I can see it already. But okay, let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot to cover. And I would want to make this live stream roughly about an hour long. Depending on how chatty we are, we can go a little bit past that. But shout out to everyone who is currently here. Actually, let me go ahead and turn on my other box light. I did forget to do that. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. All right. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but the lighting helps. So guys, yeah, so Apple now has gone completely away from leather accessories. So when it was initially announced, I was like, man, Apple has done this for years and years and years, having leather accessories. What's going to happen to their leather bands? I immediately thought of course, the Hermes bands, the leather cases for the iPhones, and then like the leather links. But they have this new material that's like all recycled or whatever, or at least majority recycled. I don't know, right? Because on the presentation, as many of you guys know, one of the reasons you guys like watching my band reviews so much is because I showcase them in different lighting. So, of course, in typical Apple fashion, they always have that picture perfect photography. Of course, why wouldn't they? But that's not indicative of how a band will look like in real life. So in my band reviews, in case anyone is new to my band reviews, I like to make my band reviews with outside lighting. That way you guys can see how it naturally looks outdoors. Then I also have many shots of my own studio lighting. So I have like 2 box lights and some studio lighting as well. And then finally as well, I like to dim everything down for some few darker lit shots, because some of those darker colors outdoors, they might seem a little brighter, but in dark lit conditions, you can see them for the colors that they really are. So there's new accessories, of course, new bands, and I am thrilled. Did you guys see any of those new Nike bands? Let me go ahead and catch up here with the chat. Shout out to all these 29 users who are concurrently here with me right now. Let me go down this list real quick. Mike A says, hi, Juan, what's up? I love the new Nike sport bands. Yes, man, dude, I don't know if you guys follow me on my Twitter, but I tweeted out the new Nike bands, and oh my goodness, they look spectacular. I am a big fan of Nike shoes and Nike clothing, and their bands are now even more reminiscent of their shoes. I'm a person that really likes like the multicolored kind of bands and stuff like that, so this was insane to see. So I'm really excited about that. Mike, thank you so much for making the live stream. We have another Mike, which I don't know if this is Mike Dopp. Is it Mike Dopp? Yeah, I think this is Mike Dopp. I need to keep all the mics in order. You want the Apple Watch in pink? Yeah, it looks really good. You better have ordered them all. I'm so excited to see them reviewed. Yeah, dude, you already know. So again, I'm gonna make that poll, guys. Make sure you keep a watch on your community tab, because I want to know what you guys want to see reviewed first. If you guys are most excited about watch band videos, and that's what I will do. I will give the power to the people. So if you guys want to see Apple Watch Ultra content first, just let me know. That community post I'm probably gonna make right after this live stream. We have Diamond Painting with Finn. I love the Pink Series 9, and I'll get it at Christmas. Nice, man. That's really good. Yeah. The S9, as we were expecting, it was a slight incremental upgrade, but there are some nifty new features that do make it a little worthwhile. So congratulations on hopefully getting that this December. Welcome to everyone who's joining, by the way. Thank you so much for everyone making the live stream. I know that you guys are very excited for all this information. We have Elena PF. I like the Orange Ocean band. It was about time. So, I mean, for anyone that has an Ultra, you guys know that the action button is bright orange. So now having an Ocean band that is orange matching that button is going to look really, really nice. So I'm very excited about that as well. So Diamond Painting, I'm a guy and I don't care about pink. Yeah, I'm the same way. Pink is great, says RA. I'm definitely interested in that pink phone. Yeah, so that pink phone is going to look really, really nice. I work at a telecom company now, and so I know that a lot of people are going to be excited about this. We do finally have Vicente Ramos. Video looks sleek. Yes, it does, Vicente. Thank you so much. Once again, big shout out to the boy Vicente. He was here last night until like midnight, I want to say, just getting prepped for this event. We both knew that come September, it's grind time. So we already have a ton of everything that was announced already ordered. And yeah, I'm going to be very busy. So guys, make sure if you haven't, just double check, exit full screen, and check that you have those notification bells, because we will be having giveaways. As anyone who has followed me for a while knows, my band videos come accompanied by a giveaway every single video. So you won't want to miss. Those new Nike bands look super fresh, and imagine if you were the lucky winner. By the way, they are international. So I've had many winners from like Bangladesh, the United Kingdom. I think one time I had somebody win from Morocco, I want to say, an Australian winner. Most of my winners are from the USA, just because it seems like my demographics and my analytics show that most of my audience watches me from America. But I don't want to exclude any of my international viewers, guys. So stay tuned. Ring that bell notification, because these band reviews are going to go crazy. And I know Mike specifically, he is just as much of a bandaholic as I am, if not worse. I know it's kind of a bad addiction, but it's a good one at the same time. But it's really not, because our bank accounts hate us. So I know you're excited, Mike. Thank you so much for making the live chat. All right, in just a second, I'm catching up here with the chat. Love leather bands. Elena says, yeah, I love them too, but it'll be interesting to see that new material, and especially how that material will differentiate outdoors versus indoors, and trust me, I already have so many videos planned. So like on the leather link, I'm definitely going to make a head-to-head comparison of the new leather bands, or I'm sorry, the old leather bands versus the new non-leather recycled material bands of the same name. And so we'll get to see if there truly is a big difference. By the way, guys, before we move on to Apple Watch Series 9 content, that's the next thing on the agenda, I do want to remind everyone that here on the Juan and Only, especially now that the September event is behind us, there's going to be a ton of buzz from now until probably the end of December. So I will be hosting live streams every single Wednesday and Sunday night. The only reason I stopped for a week is because our capture card was just messing up. And so I would have these rainbow bars and it'd look hideous and it'd just be a poor experience for you guys. So I decided it was best for us to actually fix the issue rather than have to, just have to have those rainbow bars. So we already have a $10 super chat from our moderator. Awesome energy, Juan. Keep it going, dude. Dude, you already know me very well, Vicente. When it comes to Apple events and bands, man, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. You already know how I do. So Vicente has sent a $10 super chat. By the way, guys, these super chats are never expected. They're always appreciated. And any super chat, if any of you guys want to send any out of the goodness of your own heart, just know that these go directly to supporting the channel, because at 62 bands, you can probably imagine that it's going to be a pretty penny. So we do spend a good bit here on the channel, but it is exactly for you guys, so that you guys get to see everything in all of its glory. So thank you, Vicente, once again for that $10 super chat. We're gonna keep this energy up, okay? We have Styles Plenty. Juan, I want the Ultra 2. I have a Series 7. Dime que algo. So dime que algo means tell me what to do. You have a Series 7, okay? 2 generations apart. The Apple Watch Ultra 2 is a game changer. So this is going to be a massive leap forward for you, not only in performance, durability, but the battery. The battery is the thing that really sets apart the Ultra from the standard Series 9 line. And as you guys saw from the keynote, for anyone that watched, more or less, the Series 9 is going to be the same. They said it has the same all-life battery, so it's probably going to last us the same amount of money, or sorry, same amount of time. It's still the same amount of money, but that Ultra 2, if you can definitely upgrade Styles Plenty, you're going to be very, very happy. And then especially with like the new 3000 brightness on the Apple Watch Ultra 2, that's very bright, so that's going to be really, really good. Elena PF says, do you think the Apple leather accessories are going to have value because it's no longer being sold by Apple? I don't know. That's a good question. Some of the resellability value of like leather cases before directly from Apple exactly had that kind of intrinsic value, if you will, because leather is kind of like one of those commodities that is sort of sought after by people. But now that it's this recycled material, I don't know. That's a good question. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to try to keep up here with the chat, and then we're going to continue on with our agenda, okay? So Diamond says, Oculus or Apple Vision Pro, what would you buy, or neither? TBH, my Oculus is sitting collecting dust. So here's the thing. I've tried the Oculus. It's very cool, but the thing about it that differentiates it from the Apple Vision Pro is the Apple Vision Pro, you actually get to see what's around you and your surroundings, so it's more augmented reality than anything. The Oculus kind of just puts you in this virtual world, and you can't really see beyond that world. So I played like some blackjack before on the Oculus, and the thing is you only see the immersed world. You don't get to see what's around you. The thing that's holding me back by recommending it, the Apple Vision Pro that is the starting price of $3,500. I will be reviewing it though, and I'm going to have a ton of content on it, and I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys, because trust me, some people, right, not anyone here, some people assume that by making YouTube videos, I'm like, made of money, and I'm not. $3,500 is like half a car. So I'm going to be straight up with you guys, whether it's for the average person or not. So stay tuned for that. Whenever the Apple Vision Pro drops, we're definitely going to have a ton of content. And I might even make a comparison to whatever Meta's like current version is. I don't think they have plans of updating the Oculus, but we'll see. So thank you for that question, Diamond. Tahir Hussein says, are you sad that there's no black titanium ultra? Yeah, I'm very sad, because it was long rumored for so long, and then for them, I was just waiting on it. It was like that one last thing on the Apple Watch Ultra 2 segment, and it never happened. So more or less externally, if you're in the realm of flexing, then you won't be able to flex the Ultra 2. No one will really know that you have an Ultra 2 but you. Of course, if they were to release the space black version, then everyone would be like, oh, that's the new one. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's definitely we did not get blessed by the Apple gods in terms of the Space Black. Mary M, hey Mary, how's it going? Thanks to see you here. I'm sticking with my Series 8. Smart move. It's not enough incentive to upgrade to the Series 9 from the Series 8, so I'm definitely backing your decision. Very solid decision. Wait for like the S10, or just wait until you're ready to upgrade to the Ultra 2, or if you're planning on waiting until next year, then the Ultra 3 or whatever they call it. Streamline says, I'm most excited about the onboard Siri, which is going to speed up all Siri interactions. Yeah. So the fact that it's like on the device itself and it doesn't have to fetch these Siri requests from the cloud or Apple server is really cool. Especially me, since I like to weightlift a lot. It's going to be great to just ask it, hey, what's my 30-day running average? You know, and it's all going to be on device rather than if I'm in a area with poor signal or poor Wi-Fi, it's all on device. So that is a very solid point. All right, let's move on with our agenda a little bit and take a little pause from the live chat. Let's start talking about the Apple Watch Series 9. And by the way, Vicente, if you can, go ahead and include my link tree in the live chat if you haven't already. Guys, over on my Twitter, I'm going to be very, very active. I normally am very, very active regardless, but I'm going to be even more active now that this new stuff dropped. And I have a recap of basically everything that came out. So just to show you guys, there is the Apple Watch Ultra kind of recap right there. Oop, let me move it right over here, the lighting. So, you know, I just highlighted the main important points. And so if you guys want something like that, then definitely head over to my Twitter. Follow me. That is where you'll also get to be able to vote in polls. You'll get to see giveaway updates. You'll get to see when I go live. So definitely follow me over there. But all right, first on the agenda is the Apple Watch Series 9. So if you guys want to take a quick screenshot of... Man, hold on. There it is. I'm trying to get the light out of there. So if you guys want to take a screenshot of that to follow along with what I'm talking about, definitely do that, or simply just follow me over on Twitter. But all right, let's get started. So the Apple Watch Series 9 is, of course, the successor to the Apple Watch Series 8. This will be the 9th year since the Apple Watch released, and there are some very, very sad rumors that next year, right, so we at least have a full year of just being calm, the Apple Watch Series X, or whatever they call it, Series 10, that will mark the 10th anniversary since Apple Watches first came out. There's rumors that these band lugs are no longer going to be compatible, and instead they're going to tweak it to have more of a magnetic kind of insert, which I will cry. I will probably cry. I mean, just look at the wall behind me. I'm going to be very, very sad. But at the same time, I mean, Apple does this all the time. Think about when we transitioned from 30-pin to Lightning, and now, of course, we entered a new era where Lightning is now ditched and gone, and now we have USB-C. So it's not really up to us. It's up to Apple, but I don't know if that would alienate any of us. It definitely would alienate me, because after having nearly 500 bands, for them to be incompatible with the latest tech is really going to be a big bummer, but we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, so guys, these are the high points of the new Apple Watch Series 9 for anyone wondering. So these are the improvements from the Series 8. Of course, as you guys know, everything that the Series 8 had, the Series 9 also had. Now, these are the new things. So we have a new S9 chip. And on the presentation, they said that the GPU is supposed to be 30% faster. What that's going to allow, of course, you're not supposed to play games. I think you can play some very mundane kind of games on your Apple Watch, although I wouldn't recommend it. It's such a small screen. But that will allow for smoother animation. So if that matters to you, they're going to be a lot smoother, and it's going to draw less power to produce those animations. We also have that 4-core neural engine that's now twice as fast. So this machine learning on your Apple Watch is going to be that much quicker. If you guys don't know, the neural engine was introduced, I forget in which iPhone, maybe the 11 or something like that, but it basically is machine learning. It starts to learn your habits, and it starts to learn your Siri request, and everything is just very snappy. So that's what the neural engine is. Dictation is now going to be 25% more accurate, which on a device like an Apple Watch is a game changer, because there's been so many times that I've been driving, you know, of course, where I live in the state of Georgia, you will get ticketed if you get pulled over by a GSP, Georgia State Patrol, or any kind of police officer for that matter, if you're holding your phone while driving. I know many other states here in the union is the same way. So having dictation being increased by 25% is really, really nice, because there's been many times where I've been driving and I'm trying to use dictation and it just does not get what I'm saying. And it's just like, Siri, you're so stupid. Like, it's easy. I'm using the word articulate. Why are you using armadillo? I said articulate. So the fact that dictation is going to be 25% faster, that's going to be really good for all users across the board. Double the brightness is going to be a really big thing as well. It's up to 2,000 nits. Now, normally Apple advertises this, but it only gets that light outdoors under direct sunlight. But still, 2,000 nits for the Series 9 is really nice, because visibility outdoors is going to be greatly improved. Before, the Ultra, I think, was at, so the Series, not Series 1, let's just say the first Ultra that debuted last year, I believe its maximum brightness was set at 2,000 or 2,500. And that was great for being outdoors. Now the fact that the cheaper Series 9 has up to 2,000 nits, trust me, outdoors you're going to notice a reasonable difference. Two more high points that I thought were definitely worthwhile to discuss is, of course, double tap. So they're really doubling down on the gestures. For those that didn't watch the presentation or the demo of it, basically, on many different kinds of applications, whether that's the wallet app or like if you're just scrolling through your Apple Watch, you'll be able to just double pinch, and your wrist, or the sensors at least on the Apple Watch, will be able to detect that you did that double pinch. So like, let's say you get a phone call coming in, right? You just double pinch. If you have this hand occupied, like say you're walking your dog, or like let's say you're cooking or whatever, and you get that call, you have a spoon, wooden spoon here in this hand, you just double pinch and you answer that call. Likewise, when you're done on the phone, you can double pinch and it ends the call. And this isn't just exclusive to the phone app. I mean, if you want to start a timer, same thing, double pinch. I imagine it's going to be very customizable, so we're going to have to wait and see, and I'm definitely going to demo it on my channel on the Series 9 review. And then lastly, of course, the new pink aluminum case, which looks really, really dope. I want to say the SE had a similar color, but this pink looks a lot more vibrant. So like, you guys can see it right there. The pink looks really nice. Here's a picture of the chassis. So it's looking really good. All right, I'm looking at the chat here, and we have Mr. Tech Geek. It's so nice to see you on the stream, Tech Geek. He sent a super chat of $4.99. Man, you know I really much appreciate that. Those $5 are going to go probably towards the giveaway, so I appreciate you so much for that. As you guys know, I front up my own giveaways. It's out of the own goodness of my heart because I like spreading the love. You guys see how excited I get over bands. I mean, so those $5 help out a lot. So already with Vicente super chat and this super chat, that is, let me do some quick math. That is 20%. So it's roughly about 31% of the cost of one of the bands. So thank you so much for that, man. That really means a lot to me. Shout out to Tech Geek and Vicente for sending those super chats. Once again, if anyone is new here, these super chats, if you decide to send a super chat, doesn't matter if it's $1, doesn't matter if it's $500. If it comes out of the goodness of your heart, I very much appreciate it. I never come on these live streams expecting anything, but when you guys do this, it makes me feel very warm inside, because it's just like, man, these are my viewers that support my channel. I want to give back and have the most high quality reviews I can put out, and of course give you guys a shout out in appreciation, right? Okay, so that was the Apple Watch Series 9. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds, that way you guys can tell me what you guys think about the Apple Watch Series 9, and then we quickly have to move to the Apple Watch Ultra 2. It seems like the chat is very interesting today. We have a lot more viewers very much interested in these new products. So let me drink some water. I've been timing my talking speed. I've been talking at 112 miles per hour. So let me tone that down just a little bit, because my throat is starting to get a little dry. But tell me what you guys think of the Apple Watch Series 9. We're going to have a little live chat break, and then we're going to move on to the Apple Watch Ultra 2. All right. For anyone that has done any kind of public speaking before, it's really hard to continue talking like this for so long. All right, so let's see where we can catch up. So let's start here with Tech Geek with the little rock symbol. So I bought the clay sport band last week and can't wait for it to come in. So Mike is part of a very exclusive club. For you guys that don't know, he gets hooked up with certain bands that are prototypes or bands that have never been released. He refuses to share his band plug, but honestly, that's a good thing because my bank account thanks him for that. But Mike, send me pictures whenever you do get those bands that you mentioned earlier. I'm very excited to see them. We officially crossed 50 people concurrently on a live stream. Guys, thank you so much for everyone supporting the channel. This means the world to me. And anyone who's on here, even if it's you dropping a like or dropping a comment, that is already you putting your little grain of salt towards supporting my channel. I really do appreciate every single comment. I see every single comment that comes through. So thank you so much. The least you can do, hopefully, if you guys are on here, is drop a like. It really helps this live stream and my videos reach a wider audience. Taher says, you just got your first like. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Taher Hussein, thank you so much for your contribution to the cause. You already know we always have the highest quality reviews here on the Juan and Only. So thank you for being part of the Juan and Only fam. You won't be disappointed with the band reviews, the tech reviews, the battery drain tests, the head-to-head comparisons. Do I need to say more? I mean, you got it all on this channel. All right, we got Streamline saying, DBL pinch looks awesome, but I'm worried about accidental triggers. That is true. That is very true. We're going to have to see how finicky it is. But if you haven't used the gesture feature on Apple Watches already, it kind of sort of exists already, man. But it's more like a make a fist kind of gesture. It works pretty well, and it rarely happens accidentally. So Apple's just that type of company that, man, their hardware is really good. So it should be able to sense that kind of well. I imagine it has to do something with like your nerve here or whatever. Not your nerve. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical student. So I might sound very ignorant here. But anyway, like whatever this is, this muscle is probably going to, I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty accurate. I'm a math guy, so I'm definitely not into the sciences or anatomy like that, so sorry. Jones says DBL pinch works on Series 8 with assistive touch already. Yep, okay, so I just mentioned that. So, yep. Tech for Your Needs. Hello, folks. Nice to see you here, Tech for Your Needs. I do know that Tech for Your Needs has joined some prior live streams, and he comments a lot. So what's up, man? How's it going? Don't forget to subscribe to the Juan and Only and my socials. Yeah, guys, hopefully you guys can follow me over on Twitter. That's where I'm really going to have just a lot of fun with all these new products. Tons of pictures, tons of extra information. So there's always things on the review that later on come up, you know, like just little nuances or whatever. And I like to share those on Twitter. Instagram as well, going to be uploading a lot more shorts, so be on the lookout. Follow me if you haven't. Jones, would you think $244 is a valid price for upgrading if I sent in my old Series 8 Apple Watch for a Series 9? Jones, 25. Honestly, probably not, man. Probably not. And that's $250 something. So probably not. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. If you were to tell me about an Ultra, though, then that's a different story. But Series 8 to Series 9, unless you're really set on that pink color and unless you're really vibing with the extra brightness, personally, me, I would not. If you're coming from like a Series 7, it's 50-50. It's a decent upgrade. Definitely anything young or older like a Series 6, massive upgrade to the Series 9. I do also see right here, before that, Mike says, I'm so in love with pink aluminum. Can't wait to see you show it off with some pink bands in the review. Oh, man, absolutely. Yeah, that pink looks really, really gorgeous. But Tech for Your Needs said in all caps, supporting. And he even spaced out all the letters. He sent 199. So, man, all right. So, yeah, thank you so much for this Tech for Your Needs. I know you joined a little bit late, but you already know, man, I'm so appreciative. And every super chat goes directly towards the channel. And you guys know giveaways are coming. So it helps my bottom line a lot because I do front those giveaways. And like I said, I don't mind because one of the best feelings is when I send out or ship out a band to a winner and then they go ecstatic on Twitter. You know, they're adding me, they give me shout outs because I don't know, right? Other YouTubers' giveaways might be staged or fake or whatever, but not mine. And you guys know they're not. So I know I have some winners here on chat right now, which speaking of, we also have Michelle here with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Celebrate the first super chat from Michelle. So this is actually Michelle's first super chat for $4.99. And guys, okay, I'm going to tell you this, but nobody send me anything. No super chats for this. but my birthday is tomorrow. September is the best best time of the year. We have the Apple event, my birthday, of course, Virgos are superior, duh. And September is just when, the transition from summer to fall. We have the transition from really hot weather where you just go outside and you're already losing weight, sweating, to more, cooler weather, at least here in the States where we're on the Southeast where we get all 4 seasons. I know some of my international viewers, depending on where you are in the world, you may have 2 seasons. Some people, like in the Caribbean, all they know is just hot weather. You know what I mean? So fall for me is definitely the best time of the year. And tomorrow, celebrating my 28 years of life. I believe I started my channel when I was 23. So I'm going on my 5th year on YouTube. We're nearly crossing 100,000 subscribers. And guys, I think with the help of my Father in heaven and also with the help of just my community and you guys supporting me, I do think this channel can reach somewhere within the vicinity of 78,000 to 80,000 subs by the end of this year. God willing, that happens, and hopefully I make my Father proud in heaven. So once again, we have Michelle. Thank you for your $4.99 contribution to the cause. These will go most likely to giveaways, so you're helping me fund those. I really do much appreciate those. Tech for your needs, your $1.99 super chat, I see you. Tech Geek, your $4.99 super chat, I also see you. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel, Tech Geek. I really appreciate you, man. And then Vicente, our moderator, with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much for that. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take another quick break from the live chat. We're gonna go over to the next topic on our agenda, which is the Apple Watch Ultra 2, the beloved Apple Watch Ultra. So I've had mine since launch, and I have not let it go. To be completely honest, if I were to give a ratio of the standard series model watches and the Ultra, I'd probably wear the Ultra nowadays about 90% of the time. Every now and then I'll switch to like the gold stainless steel or the space black stainless steel or Mez model that I have, just to give them a little bit of love. I hate to see them so abandoned, just kind of sitting there, and honestly it does hurt my feelings. So every now and then I'll slap them on and give them a little bit of love. But all right, here is my recap for the Apple Watch Ultra 2. If you guys want to take a quick screenshot of that or follow me on my socials. I should have positioned that light a little bit more. That glare is atrocious, but there it is. You guys can keep a screenshot, or y'all can follow me on Twitter to keep up with everything that I'm saying. But for the recap of the Apple Watch Ultra 2, one of the biggest bummers and one of the highly anticipated features, if you will, even though it's a new color, was the implementation of the new space black titanium. So I haven't checked. Actually, Mike, can you help me confirm? I just looked at the bands. I actually didn't even look at the Series 9. But on the presentation, they highlighted the aluminum colors with the new pink one. And they highlighted all of the stainless steel models, which we're already accustomed to. So silver, gold, and then space black or space gray. I forget which one they said. But the regular series Apple Watches used to feature a titanium model. And I actually have the space black titanium Series 7. Gorgeous watch, especially for those Apple Watch users who prefer more of a toned down, more subtle look. It's really nice. The luster on that space black titanium, especially outdoors when the sunlight hits it just right, and then especially when you have a nice dark band to accompany it, chef's kiss. Like, it looks really, really good. So disappointed, yes, that there's no new space black color, because on the exterior now the Apple Watch Ultra 1 and the Ultra 2 more or less look identical. And it's not about like flexing or whatever. It's just, it would have been nice to have that space black color, because then you have way more versatility in what bands you can wear. For example, let me look at so like, look, with space black titanium, look at these two Hermes bands. So many people will fight me and say they're the same thing. They're not the same thing. Clearly, the lugs here, one is silver, one is black. So if we would have had a space black titanium Apple Watch Ultra 2, slapping this thing on with the silver lugs to some people looks kind of tacky and it throws people off. However, this is a much better pairing because it has the black lugs and it also has the black buckle there. You see what I mean? So the fact that they didn't release the space black, it was rumored for so long, and it was kind of sort of a given. At least in my mind, I was like, okay, this is one of those for certain things that the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is going to debut with, and it never did. So anyway, here is my bullet list. So that, of course, is also going to have the new S9 chipset, the same one in the Series 9. Same thing with the GPU, smoother animations and stuff like that. Slightly faster. Maybe you might be able to squeeze out an extra hour of battery life, but who knows? 3,000 nits of brightness. It's the brightest ever on a smartwatch. So outdoors, this is just going to get incredibly bright. You're not going to miss a single pixel while outdoors now with the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I don't know if you guys know the measurement of nits, but 3,000, woo, it's a lot. Now, they can do that, though, because it's such a small display. Like, if you had 3,500 nits on your iPhone and continuously had that, then your battery is going to drain extremely quickly. It's very bright at 3,000 nits. We have the new modular Ultra watch face, which one of my Twitter followers asked if it is going to be featured or if it's exclusive to the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Watch faces typically are not. So even if you have the original Ultra, now the only thing is there are some exclusive watch faces to the Ultra line. So that's the thing. Like this watch face that I have on my Ultra is one of my favorites, but some of these watch faces are exclusive to the Ultra line and they're not featured on the Series 9. But in typical Apple fashion, typically all you'll have to do, if you already have a regular Ultra, you'll just have to download the newest software, which I believe we're on watchOS 10 at this point later on in September. So just download that and you should be able to download the watch face. And what's cool about that watch face is around the perimeter of the display, you'll be able to see your elevation. So like if you're hiking, if you're like me and you enjoy the outdoors, you know, going for runs, going on a hike, it's going to be cool to just see that information kind of passively just already there in the background. So that's really cool. 36 hours of typical use, so there was no improvement to battery technically, but you can squeeze up to 72 hours in low power mode. And for any of my Ultra users, actually 36 hours is actually kind of a conservative estimate by Apple. Typically, it lasts me about 3 days, like 3.25 days on average, from 100% to 0. Now, if you have low power mode, that can easily be transitioned into more like 5 days even. And actually, I have a video that I'm planning. I need to go ahead and get started on it. It is a low power mode comparison video on the Apple Watch Ultra. It's a battery drain test comparing the low power mode and then just the standard mode. And then finally, we have the new color for the Ultra Bands. So guys, I am so excited about these Ultra Bands. There are some really new colors, but honestly, I think I'm most excited about those new Nike bands. They look really, really sick. And also, I'm really just fascinated on this new material that's not going to be leather. So we're going to check to see how that is. Let me go back to the not to the super chat, to the live chat. So that was the Apple Watch Ultra 2, same starting price of $799. You can order it today and it'll ship to customers' doors on September 22nd, as well as being available in store. So Apple Watch Series 9 still has Hermes series. That's what Hermes Lover said. Very fitting name. Yes, I think so. Mike, can you kind of answer that question in chat? Because honestly, the partnership should still continue, I want to say. It's just the design was now switched from, you know, leather accessories to now their own material. But Mike, if you can help me answer that question, because I'm honestly not too sure. I didn't have much time to do extensive research on exactly everything. I was mostly focused on ordering all this new stuff before things get back ordered. Today is just a super good day, Mike. I know tomorrow's going to be an even better day because tomorrow is my birthday. And if you don't text me happy birthday, Mike, you will feel my wrath. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, Vicente, for the reminders. But Mike A says, I am torn between keeping my Ultra or getting the blue S9 to go with the blue iPhone 15 Pro Max. Very interesting question. So Mike A, I get you, man. You really want to stunt that combination, man. You really want to flex on these people, man. I get you. The thing that you'll have to keep in mind is transitioning from an Ultra to a regular Series 9. That battery is going to be sliced literally in half. So you're going to have to get used to charging your Apple Watch every single night if you're like me and use your Apple Watch regularly. My Apple Watch never leaves my wrist. A lot of my friends will say, well, wear a classic watch. It looks a lot better. No, I stay true to myself, man. Like, I am a tech reviewer and I will rock an Apple Watch Ultra for God knows how long. I'll just slap on a leather Hermes band on it, or one of, like, you know, the Link bracelet, and there we go. It elevates it to look a little bit more elegant. So anyway, let me go back. Oh, wrong phone. I was looking at my Twitter account there. So anyway, in conclusion, Mike, I support your decision because I get you. You definitely want to have, you know, your iPhone and your Apple Watch kind of combined together, but that's just what you're going to have to keep in mind, is just your battery is going to be sliced in half and technically a smaller screen. Up to you, though. Up to you. If you want to follow up with me, though, definitely follow me over on Instagram or Twitter, and we can kind of talk about it directly, and I can give you just a little bit more of the pros and cons. So then Paul Rodriguez says, hey, how do you feel about the leather being replaced with the fine woven? I personally loved leather, especially the iPhone cases, wallet, and magnetic link. So, Paul, yes, this is the end of an era. So many bandaholics also love the leather bands, but it's primarily because of the patina effect. So these bands kind of started to get their own character over time, and it was just, I don't know, it was like you made it something your own. This leather band has just traversed everywhere with you through, thunderstorms, maybe through hiking, maybe through like several weddings, and you just kind of see it morph over time. That's just the natural properties of leather, is that it starts to morph and discolor over time. Now with these new materials, that's not going to happen anymore. So again, I'm just going to have to wait until I get these bands here with me. That way we can definitely see what's going on with the new material, but I'm not that big of a fan. I get it. We want to help the planet here, right? And Apple is just a progressive thinking company. It's just sad that they completely axed all these leather accessories. I'm with you on the leather cases. I actually have, like my leather MagSafe wallet, and I also have the leather case. So, yeah, it just sucks to see those gone. I'm not a fan. I think titanium was axed on Series 8. Yep, it was. So it's nice to see that. It's not nice to see. But, yeah, so titanium is not featured on the Series 9 either. Mike A., I thought that they might shrink the bezels on the Ultra 2 as well. That's what I figured as well, but that's probably what they're going to do on the Ultra 3. And trust me, probably by next year, we're going to see a space black titanium with probably reduced bezels. Let's see. So T-Bro 3 says, hey, Juan, love your videos. They have cost me a lot of money. Bro, that's so funny because a lot of my comments literally are word for word almost exactly like that. Hey, I'm here to show you guys, and I'm an avid band lover, so I take a lot of pride in my band videos and my review videos, my battery drain test. But I know a lot of you guys find a lot of use in because a lot of the big YouTubers, they don't focus on the accessories, which I think is kind of not a good thing, because you kind of have to attack things at different angles. You know what I mean? Like, especially with the accessories, like, this is a big business for Apple, the bands, and the fact that they're so easily interchangeable. Like, I'm not going to miss out on the opportunity. And I know that you guys want a place to see all of these accessory reviews. So not only do I review, the big products, the iPhones, the iPads, the MacBooks, but we also do focus on the accessories. So I will be reviewing also all the new iPhone cases for the iPhone 15. So thank you for your comment. I'm sorry that I lose you money, but it is what it is. I wonder if, just imagine if Apple paid me commission for these videos. Like, I wonder how much I'd have at this point. I feel like it'd be a good amount. But thank you so much for your comment, T-Bro. Cameron Baker says, I thought Apple was making Apple Watch Ultra 2 in the black color. So yeah, Cameron, I feel like you got here just a tiny bit late, but yeah, we discussed this a few minutes ago. Yeah, no space black offering, and it sucks because, I mean, it could have gone very well with a lot of these bands that are just a little bit darker. Just the combinations would have been better. It was rumored for so long, it was almost like a certain thing, but it never happened. So guys, also we have now increased our concurrent viewers to 57 viewers. Guys, for everyone still watching, I want you guys to know I will be live streaming every Sunday and Wednesday. So if you like what you see here, if you like the ambiance, if you like the energy, that's just who I am. So you definitely want to check the hottest tech channel on the internet. The Juan and Only in a couple years is set to take over. Well, not really, not the bigger YouTubers, but my channel will grow in the next two years or so. So definitely, while the channel is still on the come up, while it's still kind of growing and still relatively small, if you will, definitely come and hang out with me. Ask me any questions, because before you know it, these live chats are going to have more than 100 people on there, and the live chat is just going to be a little too crazy. Okay, we're going to take our second penultimate, is the correct term actually for it, second to last break for the live chat, because now we have to move over to the regular iPhone 15 line. So let me see where that is. Okay. Again, Vicente, if you don't mind, since we have some new viewers, go ahead and put my link tree in the video description if you can, because all of this is found on my Twitter. But for those who don't have Twitter, it's X now, formerly Twitter. I'm not calling it X. I refuse. This is still Twitter to me. But for those that don't have Twitter to see my recaps of everything that came out, definitely take a screenshot of that to follow along. So the iPhone 15 regular line typically doesn't receive the same amount of love as the 15 Pro line. It kind of gets you know, it's kind of behind a year or two in terms of the 15 Pro line. But we do get some decent new upgrades to the regular iPhone 15 line. Namely, the Dynamic Island. I was actually kind of surprised that I saw Dynamic Island on the regular 15 line. Last year, when the 14 Pro came out, that was kind of like its highlight feature, and that was just about it. We saw improvements to cameras, of course, new upgrade to the chips and whatnot. But here's my bullet point for the iPhone 15. So like I mentioned, we have Dynamic Island, we have slimmer bezels. Apple didn't actually say how much slimmer they were, but I mean, if we look at the picture, I mean, you guys take a look at that. I mean, I don't have an iPhone 14 to compare right now, but they look slightly slimmer. I mean, there's still a noticeable bezel. We'll just have to wait and see until we actually get them here in the studio. The peak brightness is twice as much now as the iPhone 14, so it now also goes up to 2,000 nits. Again, there's probably going to be an asterisk attached to that statement. There's probably going to be with HDR content only and outdoors. So I doubt you'll be able to get 2,000 nits just in your regular schmegular kind of environment. It's probably going to be outdoors and while consuming HDR content, but it's still really nice to know that it gets that bright. We feature ceramic shield, which of course I believe this was a feature already on the 14 line. So basically the front glass is pretty resistant to scratches, not cracks though. You definitely still want to add a screen protector or a case to your iPhone 15, but at least from those hairline scratches, it's a little bit more resistant. We have a new camera system as well. So on the 15 line, we have that 48 megapixel main sensor, which actually is a pretty big deal. You know, like a ton of people are now using iPhones for videography and for photography. And actually on my channel, many of my shots, because I am a photographer, I actually have my Sony camera. But as the years go by, I noticed that I'm using my iPhone camera more and more and more. So, you know, I'll tap and hold the autofocus so that the saturation doesn't change and whatnot. And then you just have to not move so that your focal point doesn't get it out of range. So there's still a lot of things that, of course, DSLRs and mirrorless cameras still have an edge. But Apple's cameras are just slowly, over the years, I don't know, soon they might even replace DSLRs. But the fact it has a 48 megapixel main sensor, that's pretty insane. That's actually pretty nice. It's going to feature the A16 Bionic chip, so that is a big bummer. That is the same chip as the iPhone 14 Pro. So we're going to discuss the new chip that was announced, and it's only exclusive to the Pro line, but it's a big bummer that we have an older chip on a new phone. And by the way, the iPhone 15, everyone laughs at this fact. It's still 60 hertz. Like, why couldn't Apple make it 90 hertz? These phones cost a fortune for a lot of people. They're like $800 starting price. That's a lot of money for a smartphone. At 60 hertz, that's kind of ridiculous, but that's kind of how Apple does things, and I fucking hate it. I really do. I hate that they do that. Sorry for the F-bomb. It's the truth. Like, man, you're spending so much money. We could at least have gotten 90 hertz, but no, we don't. And then, of course, the other big thing is that we have USB-C now on the iPhone 15 line for the first time. Do keep in mind, if you want those very speedy transfer speeds, that's going to only be exclusive to USB 3 on the iPhone 15 Pro line. So at least, though, now, if you have a MacBook charger and if you typically charge your MacBook charger with a USB-C cable, because you can, although the preferred route is to do the MagSafe, but if you charge that with a USB-C cable, then you're good to go. Also, if you're coming from Android, most Android phones use a USB-C type connection anyway already, so you'll have that same charger. Get rid of your lightning cables if you're planning on upgrading, and definitely order some new bricks so that you can take advantage of those transfer speeds on the 15 Pro line. All right, so that was the iPhone 15. Of course, we have that new array of brand new colors. I think the colors are pretty interesting. I like the pink one. I really like the yellow one as well. So we're just going to have to wait to see the entire lineup in person. But so far, guys, what do you think about the iPhone 15? I think it's pretty standard. There's nothing really revolutionary going on here. It's like your typical upgrade cycle, but I mean, if you're coming from something like a 12, this is a big upgrade. If you're coming from like a 13, still a relatively good upgrade. However, if you're coming from the regular 14 line, I don't think this is it, Chief, especially on the regular line. So my verdict already, based off of the presentation, if you're coming from the 14, don't upgrade to the 15. The Dynamic Island is not worth it. You already have an exceptional device with, and then the thing is like, I mean, the chipset wasn't even improved. So, you're really just getting what? The dynamic island, what else? USB-C, and what else are you getting? I mean, the new peak brightness, slightly slimmer bezels. Like, ask yourself, is that really worth dropping almost $1,000? I don't think so. That's the short answer. All right, let's go back to the live chat, and then we'll finally finish off on the 15 Pro line, and then we will recap my favorite bands. We're going to go to the Apple website here at the very end for my bandaholics, and we're going to go over what I anticipate are going to be my favorite bands. So let me take a water break because I have clocked in my speed, and now it's gone even faster. So now I was speaking at 133 miles per hour. Let me chill out right now. Once again, very, very thankful for everyone who has been able to make it to the chat. I do see my boy, my brother from another mother. We have Juan Remes saying, yo, with a bunch of O's and a bunch of exclamation marks. What's up, brother? How you doing? Glad that you're here. Glad that you're making it. And, yeah, Juan, you're the MVP as well. So Juan has the 11. Let me know if you would upgrade, Juan. We have Mike saying, yes, let's go, Vicente. Oof, Juan. Then, yes, this would be an upgrade. I think they will give you credit if you get the 15. I would go ahead and upgrade because I think the 16 may only give credit for iPhone 12 Plus. Okay, shout out Top Notch Evolution. Hey, yeah, definitely plug yourself in there, Juan. Streamline says, not going to lie, I'm going to miss the leather. I'm going to miss the leather too, Streamlined, a lot. I'm going to miss it a lot. This new material, again, man, I don't want to sound like, you know, this horrible human. I get what it's for. This is to help the planet, but the leather accessories, they just felt so good in the hands, and then the leather bands, and now they're gone, and now no more patina. So if anything, though, on the aftermarket for bands, this might actually elevate all these, you know, older leather bands up in price, because now that they're not available, some people may still want that leather feel. So who knows what's going to happen there. But guys, thank you so much so far for everyone who has joined. Man, I really, really do appreciate everyone here. We do have Peppa, no Black Ultra 2. Nope, no Black Ultra 2. So that is a big bummer, Peppa. I think this is your first comment on the live streams. So welcome aboard to my channel. I really do appreciate any and all of y'all's comments. So let's finally go ahead and round out, since we're almost at the hour mark. It is a little tough speaking for a whole hour straight, but let's go ahead and look at the iPhone 15 Pro, which honestly is what I was excited for. So once again, for those that don't have Twitter, here is my recap. I think that's pretty good without the glare of the light bar. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that if you don't use X, formerly known as Twitter. And yeah, or if you do have Twitter, go ahead and follow me. So the iPhone 15 Pro, it features a brand new material, which is titanium. And titanium is one of those materials that is extremely durable. Like, if you guys have never had like a titanium watch, then scratches are almost non-existent on the titanium models. Like, they're so scratch resistant, very durable, but best of all, it's very lightweight. So the iPhone 14 Pro Max especially was well known for being kind of a heavy boy. It was kind of really, you know, in the heavyweight kind of division. So this not only makes it more lightweight, it makes it more durable, and it just looks cool. Like, the luster on it when the sun hits it right looks very nice. So we have a new titanium material on the iPhone 15 Pro line only. The regular 15 line still uses aluminum. The 15 Pro is set to have the thinnest bezels ever currently on an iPhone, so we're definitely going to compare that head-to-head to the iPhone 14 Pro to see just how much smaller they are. It's going to have the toughest glass in the industry, so of course, with it being a Pro model and having titanium, that's to be expected. All the rumors were pointing at 4 new color options, and sure enough, that's exactly what we have. Because it's titanium, the colors actually look a little different than they did before with the 14 Pro. So we have space black, we have the new Titan gray, we have silver, which is going to be your standard titanium color, almost like this titanium Apple Watch. So let it kind of focus. So silver is going to look, I don't know if it wants to focus. So it'll more or less look like this, guys. And then of course there's that new blue color, which, by the way, with titanium seems very, very interesting. It is going to have a new action button as well, and that action button is going to be customizable. So it's basically going to replace your ring switch. So for anyone who has had literally any iPhone ever in existence, this switch is going away, and now it's going to be an action button very similar to the action button that's found currently on the Apple Watch Ultra. So you'll be able to customize it to, I don't know, bring up a workout, or you might be even able to customize it to bring up certain apps. So if you're just like a big TikTok head, I don't know if you'll be able to program it for your action button, but hey, we'll be able to see. This one does feature a new chipset. It's the A17 Pro chip, and it promises a 10% faster CPU, much improved neural engine, and the GPU is now 20% faster. So I know that a lot of people like to mobile game on their Pro models, and this is just going to make everything way smoother, less dropped frames, and it's just going to be overall a lot more stability in terms of the graphical department. Of course, this does feature USB-C as well, so the USB-C is going to feature USB-C 3 transfer speeds. So when it comes to transferring data, the Pro model is far, far ahead of the regular 15 because of those transfer speeds. I missed how much was the top speed, but trust me, if you want to transfer, like, let's say photos from your 15 Pro over to your iPad Pro, or even like a MacBook or something, it's going to be extremely fast and snappy, so that's really good. The sensor is still that 48 megapixel main sensor, but the Pro Max models are going to have a 5 times telephoto zoom. So a lot of the rumors were pointing at like a periscope lens or whatever. They didn't necessarily call it that on the presentation, but it more or less is that. The rumors were pointing at 6 times zoom. This is 5 times zoom. So for that macro photography, it's going to be highly elevated. And for those that don't know what macro photography does, it actually is what I kind of do on my channel. So that is when you have an object, typically it's a smaller object, and you get very, very close to it, and the picture just is very detailed, not blurred, and it focuses really well. So that's what that lens is for. So for someone like me who does a lot of videography, you know, with bands and stuff like that, you know, where I have to get really close in, this could be a game changer. So I'm really excited to see how the camera department is going to be increased. So better cameras, new material, faster chipset. They didn't really mention much about the battery, so the battery still is probably going to be about the same. You already know I'm going to have a battery drain test on my channel on the iPhone 15 line, so stay tuned for that. And I'm just going to include the 14 Pro Max in there just to see how it compares. Although I will have a disclaimer on the battery drain test, because the iPhone 14 Pro Max models have been notorious for having a certain battery health issue. As you guys can see, I've had my 14 for a little less than a year, and my maximum capacity is at 91% already. So it's degraded about 9% of its original full charge, which is a bummer. Hopefully Apple has fixed this with the new 15 Pro line. We'll just have to wait and see. But guys, all right, hopefully we can get to 60 concurrent viewers. We're one away. Hopefully we can get that one person. Let me see if anyone can join real quick. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to text anyone right now. But hopefully we do get that 60th one. That way we can say that on stream we had 60 people on chat. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just go over the rest of the comments here on the live chat. It has been an hour already. We covered everything, but what we need to cover now is for my bandaholic. So guys, I'm gonna go over to the Apple website and let's just go over the new Apple bands, because some of these look so amazing. Like, I'm just very, very excited. I already put my order in, so yes, I'm that bad of a bandaholic. I see new bands, I go online, I order the new bands. That's how it works. It's never any different. That's precisely how it works. So let me see. Why is the iPad app a little different? So got to go to watch, but then where are the bands? Apple Watch. Oh, Apple Watch bands. Here we go. Sorry, guys, for the delay here, but let me turn up my brightness. So, all right. Sport loops. Pretty cool looking. Let me actually turn it down because it's a little. So these are the new sport bands or sport loops. So we have like a newly redesigned midnight color. There's a new starlight color. There is winter. Winter actually looks kind of dope. And then especially with the blue Apple Watch and the blue phone, that would be a really, really sick combination. As you guys can see, there's starlight and midnight. So now midnight has like a white little plastic little, it's not a buckle, but whatever that the official term of that is. And then starlight has that bluish one there. So that's the sport loops. The new ultra bands look really, really impressive. I really like olive on the Alpine loop. I think it looks really, really solid. Then there's also the blue and indigo. The indigo looks very, very interesting as well. So there's indigo. There's the blue Alpine loop. I'm very excited about those. The trail loops, the only one I'm kind of really excited for is the orange and beige. I think the other two options are a little too bland for my liking. I know some people really dig the, you know, not super flashy bands, and so for many people, many bandaholics, these are right up people's alleys. I think they're too dark and muted for my liking. So then we have a blue ocean band, which actually should have been called navy. I mean, at least from the photography here by Apple, doesn't look all that blue. It definitely looks like a dark navy, so we're going to have to compare that to the already existing midnight ocean band because I feel like they look a little similar. But then, of course, someone mentioned the orange ocean band, which, yes, I was also looking forward to the orange ocean band being released. So now replacing the leather bands is what Apple calls fine woven. So these are made from 68% post-consumer recycled content. This new material has a subtle luster and suede-like feel that's soft against the skin. So these are the new leather links and then also the modern buckle for the smaller variant of the Apple Watch. So there it is. I'm trying not to get that glare, but that's the new material. It's going to be very fascinating to see how they look like in person. There's taupe. I feel like the taupe one will look pretty nice, but again, it's that material, the suede-like material that I don't know, I'm a little iffy about. We have new sport bands. So the clay one, it seems like is some people's favorite. It's a very neutral band, so it's going to go well with just about everything. Mulberry is also a nice little purple band, purplish, winish kind of band, and I feel like that band would pair really great with a gold stainless steel. I'm a sucker for anything gold and purple, so those two combinations for me just look really, really nice. But here are the new Nike Sport Loops. Look at that green one. I mean, hold on. Look at that green one. It looks so sexy. Imagine that on the wrist at the gym. Man, everyone's going to be looking at your wrist. The Starlight and pink also looks very, very attractive. I'm someone who will definitely rock pink any day of the week. I don't care. So that's that one. And the Sequoia and orange one also looks really, really fascinating. I really like that color a lot. These all are already ordered, so I can't wait for September 22nd to get them. Also, the new Nike Sport Bands have these new sprinkle pattern, and they're completely randomized, so every band, in essence, will look completely different. And I just think that's very cool. That's just a cool quality. The Desert Stone, I think, looks really nice. The Blue Flame also looks really, really cool. So that Blue Flame is right there, the one on the top left. There's more, though. Magic Ember and then Pure Platinum. So, guys, these are going to make excellent additions to my collection. My bank account is not happy. Trust me, it is not happy whatsoever. And also my credit cards aren't happy at all. But that's what we work for, right? As a bandaholic, I'm pretty sure bandaholics know that statement all too well. I'm pretty sure every bandaholic has said that phrase exactly, word for word, verbatim, out loud. We have some updates to the braided solo. These aren't as exciting, but we do have, what is that pink color? Guava. We already have a few pink ones right here, so we're going to have to compare those to see how much different they are. The clay braided solo, again, one of those neutral bands that's sure to be a hit. It can really pair up with any watch casing, whether that's blue, whether that's pink, whether that's silver stainless steel, or an ultra. Clay is just going to go well with just about everything. There's also new solo bands, Cypress, Orange. I mean, solo bands are hit and miss for me. They're not my favorite just because they're very plain. I get the purpose of them. That's their whole gimmick, that they are very not flashy at all. They're one singular color all the way through, and that's that. So those are the solo loops. No updates to the to the Milanese loop, so that was kind of to be expected. And of course, no update to the link bracelet. So still have regular space black and silver link bracelet. That's gonna stay the same. And then of course there's new materials for the Hermes bands, which I will skip these for now because if I'm able to, I'm gonna order these and review them at the very end. But the one that I really think is interesting is the Hermes Bridon. I'm not sure if that's exactly how you pronounce it since it's French. I feel like it being a Romance language in Spanish, that's how we'd say it, Bridon. And it reads, crafted from a continuous knit that's hand braided into a 3D chevron pattern. So pretty interesting. Look at that red one. This red one right over here looks really, really dope. It's an interesting concept, but for $350. Oh, and by the way, these are only, actually, no, not all of them. Some are only available. These are size exclusive. So like that red one is only on the smaller size watches. Something like this Bridon one, this one is for the bigger watches, so that's interesting. Then they have these like robotic ones. Like, what is all this? These come in at $349, and these are for both sizes. And that's it. So those are all the bands, guys. That was just a quick recap. I know that I only had an hour, but that is literally it. That was everything announced at the Apple event. What do you guys think? I mean, that's just kind of, this has been one of the best Apple events that I've seen in quite a while. There's a lot to go over. There's a lot of stuff that I ordered already. So stay tuned. Oh, look, now we have 65 people here on this live stream. Thank you so much, everyone, especially those who have made it all the way through. I am going to go through the live chat as much as I can until I finish, and that is when I'm going to call it quits because my throat is literally punching me right now. So let me grab a quick little water break. I'm going to go over the rest of the chat. So, guys, if you have any last questions or comments, definitely drop them here right now because in the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to end this live stream. This has been one of the funnest live streams I've had in quite a while. As you guys know, it's a little hard to go back and forth recapping, looking at my notes, trying to be funny and energetic on camera, also trying to have my throat be okay while I'm speaking so fast. So guys, either way, the least, hopefully, if you guys can do me one big favor, all I ask for you guys is exit full screen, drop a like on this live stream. It helps because I'm going to have the replay still on, right? So this live stream will go out to more eyes, more viewers, more people who are just as ecstatic about the Apple event as we are. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, follow me on my socials because I will have a ton of this content recap on my socials as well. So Streamline says, dude, our Mez bands already hold their value. They're going up now. I know, yeah. So now so they already hold their value very well. So yes, I agree with that. Manvir Batia says, thoughts on colors of the 15 Pro Max? I like them. I actually like them. I really like the Titan Gray. I feel like that color is really, really nice. And I've always liked silver titanium anyway. Space black titanium also has this beautiful luster to it outside. So I'm very happy with these new colors. Mike A says, which is your favorite of the 4 colors of the iPhone 15 Pro? Probably Titan Gray. I really like that one. Let's see. Mike says, I hate the term blankest blank on any iPhone ever because, like, yeah, obviously the new one should be the best. Yeah, I get you. Because, like, Apple's never going to come out and say, this is a slower iPhone. I mean, it's always like, this is the best iPhone ever. I definitely get that. Oswaldo Alvarado says, how much would this phone be worth? Wait, which? Oh, the Pro or? Okay. Oh, that's something that I mentioned. So, Oswaldo, nice question. So, the iPhone 15 Pro starts at the same starting price of $999. However, the starting price on the 15 Pro Max, only the 15 Pro Max, has now gone up $100, but there's a few trade-offs with that. We now have an extra double the starting storage essentially. So instead of it starting at 128 gigabytes, it now starts at 256 gigabytes. And of course, Apple's justification for the $100 increase on the iPhone 15 Pro Max is because it has more room. It has more room for the sensors, for the periscope lens that now is 5 times zoom. So technically, the camera system on the 15 Pro Max is on paper better than the camera system on the regular 15 Pro line. So make of that what you will. I don't think that's justified for a $100 increase, but I mean, I guess only time will tell, right? Streamlined, include the 13 Pro Max, the true battery champ thus far. I think I have it somewhere, so I'm definitely going to include that one, or the 12 Pro Max. We'll just see which one I find. Mike, is band time? Yes, sir. I hope you enjoyed the recap of the band time, man. Cameron Baker, the new action button on the 15 Pro is really cool. It is. So the action button on the Apple Watch Ultra is already phenomenal, so I'm glad that they're now transitioning the action button over to the iPhone. I think it was about time, honestly. Mike says Sport Loops use a new material to be carbon neutral. Gotcha. So we'll have to have a video comparison as well of the material on the Sport Band. So gotcha. Remind me of that, Mike, if you will. Juan, the band man. Yes, sir. I am the band man. I love my bands. And I thought I was alone. That's the craziest thing, guys. Like when I first had my Series 2 and I went into Verizon for the first time because back then, right, they had the Verizon Up program, and basically every time you paid your bill on time, you get like a point or whatever. And so after like 6 points, I think that was enough for like a band. So I just remember very vividly going in, and my first actual additional band was, let me see if I can find it or if it's not too far. It's actually here. Guys, this is the one that started it all. So aside from the band that came with my watch, which was the pure platinum and white, I believe. So it was like, you know, the Nike Sport Band with like the white perforations and kind of like a grayish undertone. This was my additional next band. And ever since then, the rest is history. And now look at how many I have. So it started with this one. And who knows how long we're going to have these bands. I'm just praying that it's another 2, 3, 4 years, but I'm not holding out too much hope for that. So Mike the Green, Sequoia needs to be put on pink platinum. Oh yeah, I think Vicente says LO dang Juan, and just when we were paying from credit cards down. I know, man, I know, but it's all good. It's all good. This is one time a year and it's okay. This is what we work for. You know what I mean? Definitely one of my paychecks is probably gonna fully go to funding bands 100%. Manveer says, is it worth the upgrade from S4 to S9? 100%, Manveer. So if you're going from an S4 to S9, not only are you going from the 44 millimeter size to 45 millimeter size, but just the improvements in stability and battery and performance, it's going to be a massive upgrade for you. So definitely do that. William Melendez says, what color iPhone Pro you going with? I'm going with the Titan Gray, probably. It's the one in between Space Black and the regular silver. The blue one does call my name as well, but I want to say I've had a blue iPhone before, so I'm just trying to switch it up. Currently, I have the purple one. I don't want to take my case off right now, but on my 14 Pro Max, I have the purple one. So, oh, no, I dropped my water. Oh, what an L. This would be such a party foul. Let me make sure that it doesn't get on my MacBook, guys. So, all right, sorry for the faux pas. I hate that that happened on the live stream. All right, so last comment. Mike says Pure Platinum White is also one of the new bands just released coincidentally. Just now it has rainbow sprinkles. Well, hey, nostalgia, right? So I'm going to be able to remind myself of where it all started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much to everyone who was able to make the live stream once again on the Juan and Only, especially since all this new stuff is dropping, especially since Q4 is right around the season, especially since it's almost Christmas time. You guys, if you want, make sure to hop on my live streams every Wednesday and Sunday night. They're going to be in the evenings because I did get a new job recently. But for sure, we close down shop at 9 p.m. on weekdays. So at the very earliest, I'll be able to go live at like 9:15 or 9:30. So guys, if you want to interact with me, if you want to ask me questions, if you need advice, you can either hop on the live streams, or one last time, Vicente, if you can, drop my link tree, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, DM me for any personal recommendations that you might have. I have maybe like 15 plus years of Apple knowledge. So I got my iPhone 4. That was my first one ever, and I've upgraded ever since then. I've had the Apple Watch since the Series 2, have upgraded ever since then. Same thing with iPads. I think you guys get the idea. But I definitely want to give one last shout out to the people who have sent super chats. Mr. Cheese, I see your yes sir. I think this is your first comment that I see. Thank you for making it to the live stream, Mr. Cheese. We're just about to wrap up, but definitely join for the next one, as well as Jason and Paradise. I think this is the first time that I see you, at least from what I remember, on live. I'm sad that we didn't get our black titanium Apple Watch Ultra, but I'm excited for the future because that means you can come in multiple colors like midnight, blue, and black space gray like the 15 Pro. Exactly. So now that they're using titanium on that, it's almost a guaranteed, or at least hopefully, we're at the mercy of Tim Apple and company. You know what I mean? Tim Apple and his goons. So we'll see if we get that next year, but I was bummed out. I was very excited to rock a new color Apple Watch Ultra 2, but I guess it didn't happen. So guys, this is the end of the live stream. We went a little bit over, but man, so I'm very excited for the future. This channel just continues to grow, and I want to thank every single one of y'all for your continued support. Specifically, I want to shout out, let me go back and just make sure that I didn't miss any. We had Michelle sending the $4.99 super chat. We also had Tech for Your Needs sending a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. We had Mr. Vicente Ramos, our moderator, sending a $10 super chat. And then we had Tech Geek send a super chat for $5. So guys, that's been it for me right now. I'm clocking out for now, as I always say in all of my videos. Make sure every single one of you stays hydrated. If you have not drank some water yet today, you're slacking. What are you doing? We're like 80% water. Go grab some water and rehydrate. Guys, this has been a ton of fun. I can't wait for the next one. Actually, wait, what's today? Today is Tuesday. So I'm actually going to start my live stream. I know I just said Wednesday, but tomorrow is my birthday. My family's going to take me out to dinner. So I will skip this Wednesday live stream and start my live stream schedule back on Sunday. So if you enjoyed this, there's more of this to come. There's a ton of reviews, battery drain tests, band reviews, comparisons, head to head. comparisons as well. You guys know everything aside from live streams and podcasts also sprinkled in there. So I'm clocking out for now, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, drop a like and follow me over on my socials. So guys, that's it for now. Clocking out. Catch you on the next one.